When somebody trusts you, right, and that's where you hear the deepest secrets or deepest story.
Hi guys, welcome to Sip and Share, the place where we share stories about people who are doing things a little bit different. Their vision, passion, and most painful lessons. See you in the videos.
I'm just curious because you've been this like 4 or 5 years. So what is the
Yes.
biggest challenge? Is it people? Generally, for me, it's people.
A challenge. Okay, I think the biggest challenge is, I don't know if I will use the word challenge.
Okay, maybe it's not people. That whatever is the biggest challenge, time management. I don't know.
You know what? You just hear it. My challenge would be time management. My excitement is people.
Oh, okay.
I know, right? It's so
okay.
different, right? Because I realize, okay, you see, music can only go to certain people who want to learn music, or the children, or the parents, or college kids, yada yada.
Selective.
So like very niche. But then for insurance, it's either the masses or or whoever you're targeting or whatsoever people will say. But you get to listen to people's stories.
Oh, I love stories.
Yes, that's what I do. That's literally what I do. Because when somebody trusts you, right, and that's where you hear the deepest secrets or deepest stories and fears. And because I'm dealing with money. Come on, man.
Money, there's always emotion tied to it.
Definitely.
Especially, I think, for almost everyone.
I would say almost everyone, unless you did not earn that money yourself. Then
that's true, because then there's so but money, you see a lot of people, there is that sense of either they attach security or power with it. So then it takes on meaning.
It does.
Yeah, but it's just money.
Exactly. So there's a saying that you don't put money cannot buy everything.
It can buy you a ton of things. Trust me, it is better to have money than not have money.
That is very important. Yeah, we have to face facts, and we also need to agree that without money you can't survive.
Yes, of course.
But I would say also, like, through my talks and stories and all that I've learned is, that is one person's worry, but it's also one person's greed. So so it's plays two prongs, right? And I think it's really interesting how people view money.
And everybody is different.
Yes.
Right? But money is just a tool. It's just a tool. If you are somebody that is evil, you will use money for evil means. If somebody is good, you would use money for good means. That's how I feel. What's your biggest lesson? Let me finish the challenge, which is time management. Like your biggest lesson in this journey of transition from something that's very arty-farty to something that is like hard and like dollars and cents and not cold, but money.
You see, that's the thing.
Numbers,
right? Actually, that is something that what I feel I'm different is that I don't make finance so boring in terms of just numbers. So I think my clients had told me that is like, you don't put numbers as so.
It's not just about numbers.
Yeah. Okay. There's like emotions and stories that comes with it,
Yeah, but people buy because of emotions, you see.
True.
There's so many, whatever you're selling, there's so many other people who are selling the same thing.
True.
Right? So why would people buy? They buy because of you, your personality, the things that you stand for, your ideals.
I think that's one, which I'm very, very, very grateful for. But I would say the second thing is how they are able to understand what they're buying.
Yeah, that's true, because they are not in this field.
Exactly.
They would not understand the technical terms that
we are being bombarded all the time. And like, what does that mean? Explain.
Exactly. So that's one thing that I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
That I'm able to actually make it into layman terms that make sure that my clients actually understand what they already have, what they're going to get, and what they hope to have.
Yeah, in layman terms, it's very important.
It's very, very important.
And see the picture, right?
Let me give you a story. This actually happens to my side. When my father, I'm a very I was a daddy's girl, right? He passed on now 80 years already. When he passed on, the thing is that he was the one who does all the finance in the family.
That's very typical Asian thing.
Yeah.
Right. The
It's very
dad does
typical, right?
everything.
Mm-hmm. Does everything, does all the finance. Now he's gone.
Then when he passes on, it's like everything is falling down, falling apart.
Falling apart, yeah. And falling apart then that comes the women. Like, I'll be honest, it's like, then I asked my mom, like, do you know what's going on? And there are things that she doesn't know. And that made me realize that we as women, in terms of financial literacy, how much do we know? Or do we just give up our right? I'm not talking about feminism. I
I get
am
what you
not
mean.
into that. I'm not really talking about that. It's much more of, I think, God has given us a right. Like, we all as
Everybody
humans.
has brains.
Yes,
You should use them. Don't
it's
be entitled, but
true.
you should use your
Please
brains.
use them. Yes, and I feel like, okay, this is the part. Oh, hopefully I don't get into trouble. Okay,
That's okay.
It's
I'll just
this.
put disclaimer. All views are by you.
That's true. For me, is that in the Asian culture, we are so used that, okay, the guy has to do this, the girls do this. I understand we all have a different roles to play. However, as I have seen, it's that when we give the finances to the guys to do for everything, if one side is gone, be it death, as my father has passed on, or be it a divorce, husband has left, then what will happen to the women? That was the biggest thing for me before I joined this. And then when I joined this industry, then I was like, okay, since I have the knowledge, that's what I've been doing, like
Yeah.
trying to educate and not selling. Is much more trying to educate and how, insurance or financial planning, all this, how it does help us as women not only gain our confidence back. Really, it's gaining our confidence back, assuring ourselves we can do it.
Yes.
We can do it. It's not about with or without a man. I have a lot of respect with men, okay? And the thing is, if I have a husband and he wants to do his retirement, then I will do with him. Why? Because he has his own dreams about retirement. I have my own dreams about retirement. And yes, we may want to have it together. I also have to know.
But it should be aligned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The problem is, we don't.
I think it's one, men and women is one part, right? Because it's very Asian. Then the other thing is the Asian tendency to not talk about money. To not want to talk about money, right? So that two prongs, so it gets swept under the carpet. And then after that, people are like, then one day, whoever passes on or something happens, the carpet gets taken out and it's like, wow, nest of worms.
That is true. I have a few incidents like this where dads are found out and what they're gonna do. It was a surprise, yada yada.
Yeah.
This
It's
and
a
that.
surprise.
So that's
It's
why
a wood shop.
it is. So that's why I actually encourage couples before they get married. This is something that has to
You
be talked
need to
about.
talk about it.
You do need.
Before you get married, you need to talk about finances. You need to talk about children and child rearing.
Yes.
How many children do
Very
you want?
true.
Be very upfront about it. Don't be like, oh, the husband wants 3, I don't want any, but we will marry first and see how. Do not do that. It will not end well. One person will be very unhappy,
That's true.
whichever way it swings.
To me personally, if you love that person, and you want things to work out, you want to put everything on the table.
It's kind of be open about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Just think of it, it's just money. It's okay. It's not such a big deal.
I mean, just get too fat, right? That's it.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you have just watched, remember to like, share and subscribe. You can also follow us on other social media platforms. And if you have someone that you would like to recommend as a guest, leave a comment below. See you in the next episode.